Today we talk about the Sydney property market, which is the canary in the mine. Hello again, I'm Martin North, the Principal Analyst at Digital Finance Analytics. According to a recent Domain article, not a single region in Sydney has been immune to the effects of recent tightening lending restrictions and a record increase in housing supply. I'll put a full link in the comments section below. We think this is a harbinger of what is to come across other markets. It's just a matter of timing. Domain says that some homebuyers who last year could have sold anything with a roof over it are now struggling to sell homes even in highly sought-after locations around the city. Since February this year, auction clearance rates in Sydney have fluctuated between about 51% to 63%, but some sellers in pockets of Sydney have felt the effects more acutely. In the first 3 months of 2017, 8 out of 10 homes on Sydney's leafy Upper North Shore sold at auction, according to Domain Group data. But fast forward a year, and less than half of properties sold. At the beginning of last year, 93.1% of homes going to auction in Lindfield sold. This year, the clearance rate has slumped to 50%. Ryde, Turramurra and Eastwood have also seen a drop-off in buyer interest. Other areas in Sydney have suffered similarly, while clearance rates in the city and eastern suburbs have seen a more measured drop from 79.3% to 64.9%, particular pockets saw a more severe slump in buyer demand, including Mascot, where 43.5% of homes sold, and Darlinghurst, with just under half of homes selling. You see a huge drop-off generally because of the tightening in lending standards that APRA put through. You've got a lot of apartments, so supply has gone up, and that has led to less confidence from buyers, says AMP economist Shane Oliver. He said all these factors were interrelated and were feeding off each other, exacerbating the situation. One of the biggest changes seen in a single suburb was Hornsby. In the first 3 months of 2017, 86.4% of properties were selling at auction. At the beginning of this year, just 14 homes went to auction, of which only a quarter sold. And a real estate agent at LJ Hooker in Hornsby said a huge number of off-the-plan units are flooding the market, and this was partly to blame for the lack of homes selling at auction, because they created an oversupply of housing in the area. And director of Rain and Horn at Hornsby agreed that 12 months ago the market was buzzing with energy. There were lots of developers and lots of property in the area. It created a bit of energy in the market, and buyers felt confident, and their confidence was evident in their bidding at auctions. And so agents were quite comfortable in sending properties to auction because there would be plenty of buyers there. But regulatory action and construction has since kicked in, cooling the market, and along with it home prices, which will take Hornsby some time to adjust. They're suffering from what I call an indigestion problem. Long-term interests in the suburb will remain strong because it's on the train line, Mr. Oliver said. But because you've got massive construction activity, which will bring on hundreds of apartments after years of no activity, and if it's sold off the plan, then your auction clearance rates are depressed, he said. And south of Sydney, suburbs were also affected. In Brighton Le Sands, just 31.6% of homes sold in the first 3 months of 2018, compared to 70% last year with the same number of auctions scheduled. Cronulla dropped to 46.3%, and Engadine, not helped by an influx of homes hitting the market, dipped to a measly 26.3%. And in Maroubra, it's taken longer for homes to sell, with homeowners there also experiencing a lack of enthusiasm from buyers. Just 54% have sold at auction so far this year, down from 89.5% for the same time last year. One apartment here has just sold after it languished on the market for 4 months after being passed in at auction last year at $1.28 million. And so in the months ahead, we are expecting ongoing weakness, and the contagion will spread to Brisbane and Melbourne. We doubt that the smaller markets of Canberra, Hobart and Adelaide will be able to resist gravity as credit availability continues to tighten. If you liked what you saw here today, please do like the post and leave a comment. And if you've already subscribed, thanks. I'm really grateful for your support. If you have not yet done so, please do subscribe to get alerts to new posts. I'm Martin North, the Principal of Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.